We're raising money for the Bradley Lowry Foundation by walking from the Stadium of Light to St James's Park on October 24th. Please help this great cause by donating. The link is in the description below.
Hello everybody, welcome to the review. Yes, the review, walk-in review of Newcastle United 1, Liverpool 1. So, we'll normally begin with reviews. Apologise if it is dark. Not much I can do about that. But the lineup, so let's have a look at it. Let's put it on screen then for you. So Newcastle then, so there's a bit of a surprise that come in with Javier Manquillo coming in at left back. That was the only really major one for me because I expected Shelvey to come in alongside Moreno. Then we're seeing Atto on the left, and then we're seeing Richie on the right, Jose Perez in the 10, Horselu to start up top. So as I get across the road, let's have a look at Liverpool side. So the Liverpool side that we've got looking at, we expected Robertson to come in at left back, and we also expected Firmino to start, but obviously it was Moreno coming at left back, and then we're seeing Sturridge start up top. Now Sturridge has obviously got a good record against Newcastle, however they were the two main surprises for me that Jurgen Klopp opted for. Now the first half started off as practically it was all Liverpool, to be fair. The major incidents that I remember, because obviously it's been about 10-11 hours since the game, was the major one where the cross come in and hit the inside of the woodwork, and you know Newcastle and Liverpool couldn't get hold of the ball. I think it was Clark who couldn't clear it, and then it was a bit of a scramble of who would get it into the net. Luckily for Newcastle, we got away with it. The other major chance that they had in that first half was obviously the goal. I mean, what a way to score that is. I mean, that is just absolutely fantastic. Picks the ball up, Coutinho from the left, looks up, pings it, and it finds the top corner. Now, you could probably argue that Rob Elliott's got to do a little bit better there. But is it harsh on Rob Elliott? I think it is. I think it's just a wonder goal, me. And people are saying, yeah, John Joe Shelvey, you've got to get tighter. But for me, Coutinho just pings that top corner, and it's just one of those goals that you just, wow, fair play to you, what a goal that is. And then it was like, how did Newcastle react then? Let's see, how can he react? And luckily, would you say lucky? We've got a bit of fortune. As we've mentioned in the preview, if you split Liverpool's defence, they'll struggle, and that's what John Joe Shelvey did. Picked the ball up, lovely side foot in between Lovren and Matip, and there was Horselu running through, and then his pace was starting to let him down. It was like, oh, he's going to get caught up here, but then Matip tackled him. It cannoned in off round mini late in the back of the net. Newcastle, you might say, are battling to hang on, and we got into half time. It was 1-1, and then into the second half we went. And it was all Liverpool again. It was all about, like, can Newcastle hang on to the chances of that as well as across the road. So with the second half, yeah, Liverpool dominated the possession. Newcastle didn't really get into the game. Second half was all about hanging on for the pint, because I just said a pint. Hanging on for the point, sorry. And you know, the major two incidents, the two major chances that Liverpool had was obviously the Solanke one later on, but just a little bit earlier than that, you had the one where Sturridge was played in one-on-one. I think Elliott done absolutely fantastic to save that, and you know, Newcastle then eventually hung on, came away with the point, and you would have took that at the start of the day. I mean, I would have personally. Liverpool, doesn't matter what kind of performance Newcastle put in, and it wasn't great, it wasn't pretty, it was ugly. But we got that point, and Rafa's got a knack of this trend where he seems to dig out results against big teams. Even when he was at Liverpool, he was doing that in the Champions League. So, actually, speaking of Rafa, let's actually hear from Rafa Benitez, the man himself.
And then to get that point at home is not the best, but against a good team like Liverpool, I think you have to be happy. Obviously, it's different because they had the possession and we have to play counter-attack. But we could improve a little bit our counter-attack, and maybe we will be talking about something different. But at the same time, you play against a very good team. And they were asking me before about if we didn't know that Coutinho could shoot from outside. Yeah, we knew, but Mane and Sturridge and Firmino and Solanke and everyone is very dangerous. So to stop all of them at the same time, it was almost impossible. Then I think the lads, they did a great job, and a pity that a little bit more composure on the ball, and maybe we could have scored another goal.
So that was a bit of reaction from Rafa Benitez, the man himself. So The league table, let's have a look at that now then for you. So Newcastle are obviously sitting pretty comfortable at the moment. I mean, at the beginning of October, you would have taken this one year in the top 10 of the Premier League, looking okay. We've already played Spurs and Liverpool already at home, so you would have took that without a shadow of a doubt. Key men who stood out for me, you know, I think DeAndre Yedlin, finding the American, we're in America, he deserves massive praise. I think defensively he kept Sadio Mane really, really quiet. So defensively he was absolutely fantastic, phenomenal he was. You probably look at Lascelles, was pretty solid. Shelby Moreno kept protected the defence, which I was a little bit worried about. I'm not going to lie, taking Hayden out the lineup. We know Hayden come on later on, and well, what's the word? Reassured Newcastle's protection, and we came away with a point. Absolutely delighted with the point. Horrible performance, don't I? But that's the question, you know. Do you want performances like that week in, week out? Let's hear quickly from from Elisha about that performance.
So I think the tactics worked today. You know, we didn't lose. We got a 1-1 draw against a good attacking Liverpool side. So I think when we waited for our opportunities, I think the tactics paid off. It wasn't pretty to watch. It was quite a start-stop game, quite an aggressive game as well, I'd say, which kind of took the prettiness, as you would say, out of the game, or how good it looked. But it got the result against the big side, and it got a decent performance as well. So I'm happy with the result. So
that is it. I've just literally timed that spot on. I've just arrived at the hotel. So let us know what you think on that performance as well. There's also the player ratings video, which is already out, the match experience video as well. The videos are still rolling, even though I'm in Miami as well. Welcome to Miami. But thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you later. Bye bye.